it's all about reputation and all that. Shout out to the super chatters real quick. My man's
Women
super chatting
literally
again.
say
He
out
says,
loud, I don't need a man. When the reality is if all men vanished, women would die. If women vanished, men can't procreate, but the world would go on.
okay, do you ladies agree with him?
Yes.
You agree with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Speak
need-
into the
wait,
mic,
so
ladies.
I'm
Ladies, please speak into the mic.
confused.
So what he's
Wait,
saying, ladies, please do me a favor, speak into the mic. So what he's saying is that women like to say that we don't need men. Right? But if all men disappeared right now, women would not be able to keep going. They would all die. However, if women disappeared, men would be able to keep going because aside from the fact that we would need to reproduce, we still run the world. We still make the world. We still do the buildings. We still do the oil mines, all this stuff, right? The food, the farming, etc. So do you guys agree with that? Yes or no?
I feel as though this is very dividing and no because just like women will die, men will also die off too.
Yes.
So
and
I just feel like that's
but
very.
what he's saying is women would die really fast, right? Men would be able to a certain extent,
Kind of finish their
survive
lifetime.
because, I mean, besides sex and reproducing,
We
don't
can
really,
I'm
do
gonna
the
be-
same thing that you guys do, like
and I'm gonna
building.
be honest, like
That's
most of
not
the
true.
wars that are happening right now is because of men. Honestly. So with that being said,
But that's
this-
never changed. This
But
always
it
been
also
like
depends
that.
on the person. It also depends on the person because I've never needed a man since I was 16. I've been living on my own since I was 16.
Yeah, but everything you drive and your phone and everything is made
oh,
by a
well,
man.
yeah, but I'm saying, like I said, it also depends on the
Yeah,
person.
but you can't say that because you have a job you don't need a man.
Correct.
Not only
I
a
guess
job.
what he's trying to say is when it comes to your food, when it comes to everything that you use, all that stuff is made by and produced by men. So what he's saying is, yes, you guys would be able to survive for a little bit, but eventually you
yeah,
would
but
die
then
off.
there's also men that do not want to provide at all,
But
and
yeah,
it
but
depends
we're
on
not
the
even on there.
woman.
We're not even there
Listen,
yet.
So-
I
Yeah.
agree with you on that, but ladies,
Right.
just because that's a true fact doesn't mean that it makes what I'm talking about different, right? Like men would still be able to continue working as they work already today, and they would say, "Damn it, we miss the women because we want to have sex and we want babies," but oh well, keep going to work, right? Does that
so
make sense?
women will
See,
die
hold on.
within an instant and men
Not
will,
within an instant. We're
well,
saying
that's what it's
what he's saying is that women wouldn't know how to survive. Like
No.
they did a test, right, where they put women on an island and they put men on an island, and they gave them exactly the same amount of resources, and the women couldn't establish a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Nobody could decide who was gonna do what, and you were gonna do this, and you're gonna go hunt, you're gonna start the fire. No one could determine that between the women. And as a matter of fact, they had pigs on the island, and the women thought that the pigs were so cute they didn't want to kill the pigs.
What is happening?
Now the
right
men went onto the island and they were building fires, they were building tents and camps, and they were killing the pigs.
Yep.
And they had to stop the show to save the women because the women
We're actually about to die.
were actually about to die. So that's basically what he's saying. What he's saying is that for some reason, when it comes to survival mode, men can kind of last longer than
Yes.
women. And I'm asking you guys, do you agree with what he's saying? Yes or no?
I think it goes both ways.
I somewhat
We need men
agree.
and men need we need men, but also men need women. So I think it just goes both ways. It's
Okay.
Well, I'll just. Oh, well.
I'm sorry. You said
go ahead,
you
yeah.
disagree?
I somewhat agree,
Okay.
mainly because I think that women can adapt to the circumstances, and just like how within the relationship world, when men aren't being masculine, the women will start to be more masculine. If there's no men in the world, we'll start to have to pick up these masculine roles, and we don't have to necessarily stick to these like hard labor jobs. We can live like an easy, soft life and learn how to garden and live that farming life that doesn't take as much labor and still survive. So I think we can just adapt to it.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Shout out to the super chatters.
Not all
real quick. Go
women
ahead.
can adapt to it though, because
Well,
I've done the
survival
man
of the
role.
fittest.
I've done the man role, and it's an exhausting role, and I hated it for a year. I hated it. I hated being the sole provider for me and my child and a man. No, we both went to work, but do you know who made more money? I did. I did cooking, cleaning. I paid everything, the car bills and everything, and I hated it. Because I never came home to relax, not even once. And with my current boyfriend, I constantly tell him, oh, I can't wait to just be rich and be a housewife. Because I want to be maintained for once.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's exhausting. Not all women can adapt. And it's not all
Yeah.
of them can.
Shout
I
out to
know,
the ladies
but
for being
reality is like if they can't adapt, then they will die off. But it's survival of the fittest. If they're able to adapt, then they can live without men.
Well, on the physicality, I actually, now thinking about everything, yeah, men will.
Okay.
survive
You were
longer.
arguing against that though, just a
I
second
was,
ago.
yeah.